Hey everyone, Edgy Berserker here with a different kind of video. As you can see, I have like a Moleskine book here. Oftentimes, I just doodle for funsies on here, and I also have notes in here and that. I'll show you, like, I just have like a little Kirby. I got some Kazuya. This will be a later video, but don't worry about it. Ayane, you know, I just like random doodles in that, right? So yeah, you know, I've been drawing a bit. I have some fun with like different materials and that. And that's kind of what we're going for this round. We're gonna be, I even drew like a furry tiger man, a fighting furry tiger. I actually love him. So I think I might actually do some more sketches. This isn't done, but this is for me, so let's not worry about it. But this is like me showing that if you just have some fun with your sketching, just have some fun, and we're just gonna go for it. So the materials I'll be using, and I have some off screen as well, but I think I'm gonna stick to this palette, is everything in this folder, namely these pens and pencils and these midliners from Zebra. They're the brush ones. And I'm just going to show that even like something like an office supply, because this is considered like, you know, fancy like highlighters, basically. Only midliners, because they're not that bright. Even though I got some neons, but whatever. I'm going to show you can have some fun with just sketching in that, with just random stuff. So let's have some fun. This can be kind of weird. Real time almost. I'll edit out any dead space, obviously, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna set this up all fancy because look at me go. Oh my god, I'm Edgy Berserker and I'm so fancy. Anyways, I'll probably do a cut because I need to get my other supplies out. Woo! Okay, so let's get my coal erase out. Of course, off screen I have what is known as a Farm Boy gelato thing. I just put my shavings in there whenever I need to sharpen stuff. And as you can see, I'm doing that right now. Always have random things around. You don't need fancy cases and that for your stuff. And I should mention, because I know like Moleskine books are very expensive, local bookstores, if you have any, often put these guys on clearance. Henceforth why I got this for like $5, considering normal price is generally $30 Canadian for one of these. So yeah, we're just gonna honestly just sketch. That's all we're gonna do. We're not gonna do too many like you know, like fine detailed stuff or anything like that. So I'm just gonna have some fun here, just enjoy myself in the process, because it turns out you can just, you know, even I've embraced the sketchy look as of late. So I'm gonna do this tiger man I was showing you. He has no name. I don't know what to name him yet, but he beats something that's found in a fighting game, because anyone who knows me knows I love fighting games. So, yeah, I don't really have a reference of a tiger in front of me. I don't often draw furry art, to be completely honest. I used to when I was really in, like when I was a kid, because I'd like, you know, watch Bugs Bunny and all that, so, you know, technically, right? But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I should open up a bit and, you know what, not be judgmental. Let's give it a shot. And I have a lot of respect for the artists that have this as their main craft, because my god, you can tell a faker from a professional, like, easy. So you don't have to worry about center lines. We're sketching. We're having fun here. And what I want to do with this is all this kind of series is, you know, fast and loose. Let's enjoy ourselves. I feel like I made his snout way too long, like bear long. It's more of a bear than a tiger. Oh my god, I should look up a reference. Oh, but I love tigers. I should know how to draw one. I used to draw them all the time. Aw. Fine, we'll figure it out. This, you know what, that's the process. Edgy will figure it out, right? But yeah, so, you know what? One of these types like that, I always, when I got into like art YouTube and that, which involves like, you know, just watching people do the process and that and just enjoying the process, I like to just sit and often just draw along. So that's kind of what the purpose of this series is. Drawing along and just enjoying the process, you know? Obviously, I'll cut when I get too much dead air on that, but on the most part, this can be more real time than speed it up like my usual fare. But it's because I don't want, I want the sketching process to show that it doesn't have to take hours to do. You can just enjoy and relax, hang out, figure out some stuff. A little scraggly, but he's also like a fighter. So as we saw with like that previous drawing, he had like a fight stance happening. I don't know what to name him. What would you name our fighting tiger man? Because you know what? Speaking of fighting tiger men, but anyone who's a fighting game fan, I'm sure would often whisper the term bloody roar or beasterizer if you're feeling fancy. Yeah, like you got you know, that game, which will probably never see the light of day because Konami. But you know what? Konami's been embracing a lot of re-releases, so maybe there's a chance. I just gotta mention that I feel like Pete's are necessary. Doesn't matter if he's gonna rip your face off, you know, Pete's are necessary. I was gonna give him like fingerless gloves, but I realized that covers the Pete's. Why would you do that? So yeah. So, you know, just being fast and loose. I'm not worrying about proportions right now. It's just like getting like a kind of a sketch done, you know? Just enjoying myself. Like, yeah, you know, people don't really pose like this in real life, but who cares? This is your sketch. It's your world. Enjoy it. And, yeah, hopefully it's showing up okay on this monitor. I didn't really check that, did I? But you know what? That's okay, because, again, we're just having fast and loose sketchy times here. And, yeah. So how's everyone been doing lately, you know? I know things have been, like, kind of weird and crazy lately in the world, but you know what? It's okay. Just hang in there regardless of what's going on. You got this. I have, like, it's funny, I'm recording this on the day that, like, I was, like, okay, I should preface, because I know a few people on here don't know this, but I did get, like, an eviction notice, but nothing, don't worry about it. It was really a error on the accounting side, not my side. I was in the right. And I'm just paranoid, so I'm just staying at home making sure they don't change the locks on me while I'm away. So technically I'm getting paid from work to just sit here and draw. And I figured, and it was funny, it was like a quiet day at work, so I actually like sketched out this tiger man during that time, actually, on my free time. And yeah, just then I had the idea of, wait, let's do a sketch along, whatever, let's have some fun. And I was just like, you know, enjoying myself with this and the process. And yeah, I want everyone else to learn that the process can be fun. Let's see. Oftentimes, like as we saw here, and like both of these, even though this one's unfinished, I use like the black ink there, and then here I use the purple ink, and purple does give a nice warmness. Actually, I'll show. So this is the Heihachi, that I did previously, like for the watercolor video. And this was a sketch I was actually going off of. So, yeah, pretty cool, huh? And this one here was actually just rough of a commission I worked on too. So yeah, you can just kind of like have some fun with like a lot of like the, I'm gonna use the brush pen actually. This would be a lot of fun to do it this way. I just went off subject, but that's fine. But yeah, it's just kind of fun to like, you know, play around with stuff. And as you can see, like, lately I've been loving doing purple ink for outlines just because it looks so cool. Sorry, had to cut to get the wire out of the way. Anyways, I've been like using like purple inks and all that. I also have like a lime green one, but that does not show up on camera well, which is unfortunate because that gets some unique looks as well. So yeah, just having some learning experiences is a good way to put it, and experimenting with like different types of like inks and that, and colors, and how much feel like, not feelings, but tones that you can get out from these as well. Because like, I really like the brush pens a lot. I usually use these for filling in big areas, but I'm feeling funky because this is, again, fast and loose, and that's what I'm kind of going for with these. So I'm going fast and loose with this. And this paper can hold up to ink pretty well, so I'm not too concerned. Even as this bleeds on the other side, I'm not caring too hard about that because, again, it's mostly roughs in here anyways. It's just like stuff that I go from for like ideas and that. And since sometimes I finalize them from like these sketches too. Because again, like Heihachi there you saw. And even then the My Watercolor that I just showed briefly on in that video. That's all. The roughs in this are also in here as well, so it's actually really neat how you can see your process. So I always want to encourage people when they do sketchbooks that not to worry, like don't fuss the details when you have a sketchbook. You don't have to make it like the most pristine aesthetic sketchbook, because I think that's the trap a lot of us artists fall into, where we're like, oh, like look at so-and-so's sketchbook, it looks so pristine and beautiful. Mine'll never look like that, and you get like downtrodden about it and all that. And I feel like that's the reason why I haven't finished a lot of my old like high school and even in my 20s sketchbooks. I only recently started doing them again because I realized that it's such a waste to have these sketchbooks just kind of like rotting basically with nothing in them, all because I'm like trying to chase an aesthetic. But in reality, you know, just draw, you know. If you did one small if you did just small squiggle like that, or even if you're just playing around with spirals like that, guess what? You drew. Congrats. You got something done. May not have been the most pristine thing, but you did something. And that's great. Because, you know what? Y'all need confidence. I mean, I'm not the most confident artist, but I want all artists, professional, non-professional, mid-level, just starting everything, I want them all to realize that it's okay. You don't have to be perfect and pristine when you do your art, you know? You can just go ham. Just go ham. Doesn't matter if it's like, you know, the most pristine artwork in the world. Just get something done, whether it be small, large, whatever. But if you get it done, you know what? You made art, and that's more than what other people can say they done. And I think that's the most important part to remember. It's not about perfection, it's about the journey to get to, like, just improving. I probably butchered that quote, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but whatever, it's fine. Anyone who also knows me from my gaming channel knows that my famous quote I say in loose quotations is, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Oh man, that's just how it is sometimes, but that's okay. Not like it is what it is, because in accepting fate. Nah, you just move forward. You just gotta move forward, learn from things, learn from experience. It's practice, not perfection. Just keep going forward and you will get better, you will improve. Looking through some old sketchbooks, I realized, oh my god, I improved so much. Wow, these are like thick lines. I actually quite like this. I'm gonna just make a cut so I can erase out all those purple sketchy lines, but not like too hard, but you know, just enough so I can go on to next the fun little marker phase. So BRB, even though it's only gonna be a second. Alright, so we got rid of a lot of those extra lines there, so let's start my inking phase. Now, one thing I've been learning with these is you can get some cool ass effects with just kind of like doing at first a weird like underpainting. So for instance, like, yeah, I'm doing blue here. It's like, why are you doing blue on the orange? Don't worry about it. We will get there. But we got some like nice little shadings. Like, honestly, I'm impressed how well these work, especially on these and like a Moleskine and Lichtenstern journal paper. They work really well and they do blend actually very well. Wish I could show you some of the other stuff I have in here to kind of give you an idea, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, there's some really cool effects you can do with these though. And again, I'm fast and loose on this. I'm not being fancy. It's fine. because we are just sketching. And honestly, sketches don't have to take forever because they're sketches. If you want to refine the sketch and keep like, doing like different styles of that, by all means, do it, you know? It's your art, it's your world. You do you, fam. So this, it's gonna have like black leather jackets, so I'm just gonna, even though I'm not gonna pull it in black, I'm still just gonna make sure to preface that it's a darker color. Just get all this blue laid down, which again, with the purple ink, it does leave a nice little like effect, which I think is so cool. Oh, that's his little ears. I hope I did all right with the tiger. Let me know. I'll figure out a name for him. I just haven't quite figured it out yet. Names are like the one thing that I have such trouble with thinking of for like OCs and that. And I usually don't share OCs on here because, you know, I haven't really written anything, so I don't really want to... I have, like, rough outlines, but I haven't really, like, written anything, so I don't want to give away too much because of that. So eventually I will be... I know I've been saying that for, like, almost, like, what, 20-plus years? I'll eventually get something out, but... Just kind of like, how though? Because part of me wants to dabble in, fun fact about me, I want to dabble in visual novels. But I'm not sure how, so I'm just kind of like been looking up stuff and that. Alright, so now you're like, oh, okay, you added all that blue, but now you're covering up with this orange. But then you see how you get a nice, neat little undercoloring from that. I shouldn't color too hard there because that's mostly white there. Is fine. But yeah, we're getting some nice little effects happening suddenly. Again, these layer very nicely. Ears are black. I remember that about tigers. This is, again, no reference for tigers, so if I get the coloring off, I apologize ahead of time. That's actually just underpainting again there. So, no, just having fun. Some coloring out on here. Adding some more orange. My orange is running out, thankfully. Michaels sells these individually, so I don't have to worry too much about rebuying a pack, which is nice. Because sometimes that's a pain in the ass where they only sell it in packs, and that's the only way you can replace a color, which... That's a pain in the butt. I'll just be honest about that. But yeah, sometimes I'm surprised in my little city that, you know, it's kind of, there are ways to get art supplies and for a good price. And even this is after losing 2 art stores within the year. So that's impressive, actually. Let's see. I am going to use, actually, this is a non-brush one. But it has a thin point. It's double-ended. Both these are double-ended, but I'm just adding that for that in his nose. So I don't really need brush tip for that, per se. Again, it's pretty cool using an item that would be considered a highlighter as opposed to like a marker, but you can still get some neat stuff happening with it. So look at that on there. Got some shading for that. A little shading for this too, just in case. Let's see, and the peats. Can't forget the rest of the peats. And I will just show, actually, because you can just kind of keep working with it. It does blend rather well. These also layer very well, I find, too. So if you need to get, like, extra shading, you can, because it layers, actually, quite nicely. So, yeah! And this is just freaking like technically a highlighter, and I still get kind of like a cool effect like that, you know? Alright, let's see now. Get some of this golden yellow. My non-brush ones are like more... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? They're brighter, I'd say, but I am going to use actually gray for the ears, because it's technically black, but... So we just play around with that. And leave a little bit of highlights. Actually, no, I'm not, because we're going to play around with a Posca pen later. Ooh! That is messy, but that's okay. That's okay. Just grab the blue and we'll just kind of fix that a bit. You know, see, I don't know if you can see that, but it is blending out. Which is good. Alright, let's see. Almost done here. Almost done. There it is. I'm just gonna use the light gray actually since it's a brush, so it has a better chances of being a little smoother than the dark gray one. Actually, oh my god, just had an idea. Got the dark gray around certain spots, but because it's, you know, a little juicier per se, I can use it to blend it out a bit. With the light gray, like that. Oh, I like that. Yeah, and I'm making those weird sound effects. I did an unboxing earlier, like for ahead of time, and I just even made the same ooh noise. Oh boy. Giving away a little bit of the secrets for what's coming up in the next unboxing. Well, actually, the unboxings are kind of like 2 months behind sort of thing, but that's by design. That is by design. Because I don't want to spoil the art boxes right away sort of thing. I'd rather have people play around with the supplies before they watch an unboxing video on it. Of course, all those are, again, hashtag not sponsored. But please sponsor me. Oh my gosh. But I mean, if you want to support, just, you know, like, comment, subscribe. That really helps a lot. Hopefully I can get this channel monetized at some point, but you need 1,000 subscribers for that before you can do that. And is that, or, you know, I have Patreon that supports my more popular gaming channel, as well as this one, and also just arting in general. So I say if you want to join on that too, it's only $1 because I don't want to overcharge people. You can actually. Brush pen out of nowhere. Just gonna use that to kind of get some dark lines in here. Doesn't get too lost in the shuffle. And now I'm just like inking the hell out of this paper. I totally missed a spot over here. Oh my gosh. That's fine. That's fine. Me goodness. Just do that. Messy, but then we could just, again, smooth it out that way. Ooh, smooth. My gray's dying too. Oh no! Not the gray. That's okay. That's actually from, like, I think the first set I've owned of these, so just say I'm actually quite impressed with how long these lasted, considering I've been using these a lot for sketching. Just crazy stuff like this. I love it. It's a lot of fun. Add golden eyes because tigers. And naturally we're just going to finish it off with a signature, because that's what you're going to see the recording date of September 22nd 2022. That's when this was recorded, everyone. So yeah, sketches, have fun with them. This is kind of like a weird experiment, but of course new channel, so we're allowed to mess around in that. You too can also just have fun with just sketching random stuff, as what I do. I'm just going to do a quick cut to show you some of the other stuff that I've done, kind of like with this midliner. Again, the zebra midliners, that's what I'm using. Office supplies. I'll show you what I did with some of those as well. So here we have Portrait of Rachel from Toshinden 3, as well as just random sketches. I did Kyo Kusanagi, Andy Ori, and some rando. Here are some of my OCs from my story. I did that with just like midliners as well, with black ink though, as opposed to, you know, purple ink. And finally, when I realized I could really mess around with these, Venom from Guilty Gear. So, you know, you can have some fun. This had no undersketch, I believe, so this was done in 2021 also. So this is where I was kind of getting into these. So they have kind of nice shine to them. Of course, we got some... And of course, we got Cayenne from Toshinden as well. And I also did random sketch in Tifa without reference to her, what was it? Honeybean type meeting that gross guy. That outfit without reference and just rando, and then I turned into Cayenne over here. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun with just office supplies and midliners and that. Just sketch, get stuff on a paper. I'm motivating you. Let's get motivated. Get creative. I trust you. I trust the process. There's no process. Just have fun. That's the process. All right, everyone. So that's the end of that. Patrons, thank you so much for the support. As well as I am including YouTube memberships on my gaming channel. I will add that on there just to show thank you for the support. This helps me keep up with the secondary channel, working on fun stuff and little projects like with these and everything. You know, it's just a lot of fun. So everyone, thanks so much. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of these types of videos with the loose sketching, let me know. I will happily do more because they're fun. And yeah, until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye now.